Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin ordinal ecosystems. What's up, guys? We have a crazy market update. We are adding new updates to the show every single day. And in this one, we're adding atomicals now. So we're going to give you guys, obviously, BRC 420s. We're going to give you guys Magic Eden, Ordinals Wallet with the tap tokens, Unisat, and now atomicals. We're going to get all that for you at the end. We got some news to talk about. We got some birthdays to talk about. And we're really going to get into our opinions on things. And it should be a really fun show. Every week we do a weekly update and a weekend update. This is the weekly update. So should be a good one. So let's get this thing started. Without further ado, let me bring in my partner, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
It's a crazy week. BRC 20s are pumping. Bitmaps are pumping this morning. I'm excited, dude. Atomicals are pumping. It's been absolutely amazing. Ordinals is like the only bull market in town, and it is. I don't know, dude. I'm just so happy right now.
Yeah, man. Liquidity is starting to flow into Bitcoin ecosystem, right? It's not just ordinals now. We're talking about we're going through like a meta protocol frenzy. People are just literally deploying meta protocols left and right with CBRC20, Saturn rings. Atomicals is something that's been worked on for a while, so I don't really throw that into the same circle, but it's just exciting times. I feel like I feel like the people that laid their bets on Bitcoin DeFi and ecosystem are barely starting to see like the dividends of it, and there's a lot more to come, in my opinion.
Yeah, and we talked about it yesterday, but like, what a time to be alive right now, right?
Yeah.
Like this is like this is the open world, man, of decentralized finance, and this is where everything's changing, and it's all changing here on Bitcoin. Like all the other chains and stuff, that's fine, but a lot of that stuff depends on AWS and smart contracts. Whether here, it just depends on the people and the communities and the chain that will never stop running, the immutable digital artifacts. It just feels so special and so right.
Yeah, it feels more substance, doesn't it?
Exactly.
Than whenever we were playing on these other EVM style chains. But when you're over here, there's an ethos and just the backstory and the substance that goes along with all that is just it's there, man. And you feel it when you're here. That doesn't mean there aren't grifters. There's definitely grifters, but it's harder to grift over here because there's no smart contracts. You
Yep.
can't, just suck some liquidity right out, right? You have to be very strategic in that if you're trying to do that. But it really feels like a strong community that comes together each and every
Yep.
day. And if you're not in the community, but you're interested in what's happening here and you want to be successful, I 1000% recommend that you dive into the community. You got to do it day in and day out. This ain't no easy, alpha call or alpha group that you're going to be able to just come in. You got to work and grind here.
Yeah, and an easy place to go do that would be the Ordinal support desk. Those guys over there is a 24/7 Ordinals. It's on Twitter or X. You just got to go in there and type in Ordinal support desk, and there's probably one running 24/7. And that is where I get a lot of my alpha from. Like Block and Eric and Hype and Bean and those guys will definitely help you out if you're new. And like I said, all you got to do is hop in, claim you're a speaker, and then they'll get you on stage and you can answer your questions. Or you guys can pop your questions down below in the comments, and we'll try to get them as they come in.
Yeah, for sure. 100%. Well, let's dive right into some of these hot topics that's happening. We'll start off with atomicals. This was announced, I think, earlier this week that Unisat has been indexing ARC20s and atomical ecosystem assets for some time, and they're going to be integrating it in as early as next week. How do you feel about that? It's a completely different protocol, but it is Bitcoin layer 1 assets. Does this excite you? Do you feel like this is a sneaky thing that they did? What do you think?
No, man, I think so a part of me thinks that this could be their escape from ordinals into something else. That's just me thinking. I'm thinking maybe the freeze is just temporary and they eventually move to atomicals completely. They could bridge over like a bridge and burn all your BRC20s to atomicals potentially, and that's all me speculating. There's no substance to it at all, but that's just something that I'm thinking about. And with Unisat and everything that they've built already, and they adopting atomicals, even if it's just that, and they just adding the tokens to make fees, that still keeps me bullish on it because how
They
easy
picked it.
yeah, how easy would it be to switch from BRC20 to atomicals, and then you're just buying those tokens, and there's so many more tokens can be made because you can get so many more letters, and they'll probably have a mint function over there to make everything's mint like easier to mint. They might even be able to use realms and these sub realms, and so you might be able to get different pages. I'm so bullish. And when we first talked to I kind of faded a little bit only because like I'm not a tech guy, and it seemed to be very techy in the beginning, but now tools are being built. Atomical's wallet is now built. Atomical's marketplace is now built. I can play with them. I can use them. I can buy. It feels comfortable. And now with the Unisat's adoption, I am so damn bullish on Atomicals. I have a new X account now at Shizzy Sats. The other one now is just the brand account, and I now have a PFP of a Toothy, which is a Atomicals NFT, and that's how bullish I am on it. And it's just it feels fun and new. You know what I mean? It has that new car smell to me. You know?
Yeah, yeah. Well, first, I would think it'd be a big mistake if they left the BRC20 space. I don't think that that will happen.
Well, that's not leaving the BRC20 space. That's just taking it to another part of Bitcoin.
Yeah, but I don't think they should leave it inscriptions. I think that inscriptions is a unique meta protocol, right? That was built here and it has its place. And I don't think they will do that. If
Yeah.
anything, that with the freeze or whatever, to be honest, it's a power play, whatever is happening. They're going to look, who do you think was the influence that got Binance to list Ordi and Sats?
Don't
I
know.
guarantee Unisat had something to do with that. I
Yeah.
don't know for a fact. I wasn't told that directly to my face, but you know, they have a lot of influence, right?
Well,
So
Domo showed a picture of when he was in, I think it was one of the Asian countries, him out
Singapore,
front of the Singapore, out front of Binance's head office.
yeah,
So he was. I think to me, it shows that he might have been inside. So
yeah. So, but like, he's also really tight with Unisat, right? And
100%.
he's tight with Alex Labs and all those guys. So, you
Lorenzo,
know,
yeah,
yeah, and so they're all like actually on the same team, which is crazy because like
yeah,
you would think that they would be like hardcore competitors, but at the end of the day, to me, what this is I'm bullish on Unisat pulling atomicals in, because really, if you think about Uniswap on the EVM side, which Uniswap is the largest decentralized DEX, right? Supposedly decentralized DEX, but you're able to toggle between like multiple. I think they're at like probably 6 now different
yeah.
EVM chains, right? So it's different over here. It's meta protocols versus EVM chains because everything wants to be done on chain here on
Hmm.
layer one. Um, so maybe that's something they're working on with their modular system. It's not going to look exactly like that, but
Hmm.
if you can toggle between different meta protocols, that's pretty awesome.
Agree.
And so who knows? We don't know what's going to happen, but we just know that those guys are building and they've it's the most used platform in the Western world.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Yeah, I mean that's what I use every single day. And now that I can just maybe have a little switch tab and start playing with atomicals over on Unisat, it's pretty bullish to me.
yep, yep. So, definitely excited about that. All right, so let's move on to the next one. First of all, want to say happy Ordinals Day Eve because it is the
Yeah,
13th, but tomorrow will be 1 full year that Casey inscribed his the very first Ordinal, number 0,
yeah.
right?
Happy birthday, Ordinals. Happy birthday, to the protocol, and congratulations, Casey. It's been a whole year, and your little infant is now 1 years old. It's now picking itself up off the ground and
It's all
starting to
grown
walk
stuff.
around, and
It's
it's
all
all
grown
growing
stuff.
up. But no, congratulations if you're here. Just shows you how early you are. If you were in Bitcoin in year one, you're a multi-millionaire if you kept going, and potentially that could be the same thing with ordinals.
Billionaire for some.
Yeah,
Um,
Max Kaiser for sure.
Yeah. I don't know about that guy. I don't even know who that is. So, but anywho, yeah. So that's pretty cool. Just the fact that Ordinals has done so much for even us, right? Like the
Yeah.
fact that like we have a show called Ordinal Revolution,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So, awesome. Appreciate Casey building that and inscribing that very first inscription,
Yep.
and look forward to the future there. So
I
that's
agree.
not much else to say about that.
Yep. Alrighty.
All right, so this was big news.
Huge news.
Did this spark the resurgence of BRC20s the past couple
Yes,
days?
100%. So, Bitcoin went down to about 40K, and then the ordinals market really fell with it. You saw Ordi fall to about $40. You saw Sats fall a little bit. I think it went down to point. What is it? I forget the number. That number's hard to get.
Stats.
But if it fell pretty hard, and now it is this news dropped, and the entire BRC20 ecosystem flew up, and speculation is flying around now. What's going to be the next token to be listed? And this took Sats, and I saw it on your market cap paper, up 100% in 24 hours.
You're looking at $500 million to like crossing over that $1 billion mark, and that's a lot of money. That's a lot of that's a lot of market cap, dude. Yeah, so I 100% think that this is what caused that resurgence, obviously. So first of all, let's say what it is because we haven't even said it yet.
Yeah.
So Binance listed Sats on their exchange to make Sats tradable.
Yep.
And they're calling it 1,000 Sats, which is kind of a weird name to me, but whatever. They did launch the token on their exchange, or they added it to the exchange. And now we have two giants from BRC20. So, I mean, does that solidify this movement? Are BRC20s here to stay? Is Bitcoin ecosystem and DeFi going to dominate this bull run?
Yep. I mean, we're not going nowhere, man. So yeah, so there's nothing no one can do now.
Yeah.
It's officially like Ordi, you could have said was a fluke, you know what I mean? But Sats was a community mint. It was something that took 6 months to mint out, and it is something that is so special within the community, and so many people have made so much money and are really changing their lives because of something that Casey built and Domo built, and they believed in it enough to get in early enough to change their lives. So this is special to a lot of people, and this is going to be something that's going to be special for a long time.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And for all those people that it sucks for the people that really were trying to fight to build on Bitcoin for so many years and that didn't happen.
Yeah.
And sometimes it just takes like timing and the right person like Casey to be able to work around and still create something so amazing that like it backfired on the core devs and the maxis, right? Like, so now this is, like you said, it's here to stay, and now it's actually spurred other innovative ideas like colored coins that could have been built without going around like this, right? But now the energy's here, so it's like the perfect time for something like Atomicals to come through.
I agree, and it's really awesome too because it was like Casey's innovation sparked Domo's innovation, that sparked Arthur's innovation and Benny's innovation, and who knows what's next? It's
Jeffrey's innovation,
Jeffrey from Recursive's innovation, and Bitmap's innovation, and oh my god, dude, we are so lucky to be alive right now and to in ordinals, bro. Seriously.
And the thing is that like we got into it in early May, late April, early May. And I remember the first month or so, like it took us time to like dive in every day. And now like I feel like we're pretty much like subject expert, at it. And so, but it takes time. And so for people that are trying to just jump into it right now, they're like, how do I do this and that?
Yeah.
And my advice to you is stick with it, but be in it every day, because it will take you being in it every day to really grasp it. And then once you grasp it, you got it. It's just like anything else.
Yeah.
So don't feel discouraged, because like, what is a bitmap and what is this and that? You got to take your time. Our show was nothing like it is today.
No.
Back then, right? So
We made a
Yeah,
lot of mistakes. We made a lot of changes, and we became better people, better
100%.
YouTubers, and better investors just by uh just making mistakes and
Yeah,
fixing them. That's the only really way I learn. I don't know about
yeah,
you, but I need to make mistakes. I'm not the type of person who can just like you tell me what you did, and then I can fix that. No, I need to make it myself because I'm hard headed.
yeah,
I
yeah,
need to lose money before I'm able to make money.
yeah. And put yourself out there, guys. I'm not from a financial standpoint.
Yeah, be
Put
careful.
yourself
Be
out
safe.
there. Yeah, put yourself out there from like a personal standpoint into the community.
Yeah.
Um, we started hosting spaces on Twitter, which we both never did. We started doing that, I want to say, in July,
Yeah.
yeah, beginning of July, and we had like 3,000 people in our spaces total listening through like 2 weeks
Yeah.
ago. And I remember the first like 2 months we could barely hold 40 people at one time in there.
Yeah.
And this past week we had 250 people at one time
Yep.
consistently. So it's I'm just, it's not to boast or anything. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm actually saying don't uh be s- don't sell yourself short.
Exactly.
Put yourself out there, meet people, network.
Yeah.
It will do huge things for yourself. All right. So that was huge news in terms of Binance,
Yeah.
and I don't know how it came
Monster.
into that little pep talk that I felt like I just gave to everybody, but this is something that's crazy. I feel like it's like the inflatable guy, like in front of like car dealerships. But like everybody's like launching meta protocols. It's meta protocol
Yeah.
frenzy. You got
Yeah.
CBRC 20 Saturn rings. I don't even know what the heck that is. Atomicals is been here for a bit, but it's resurfaced and now it's really starting to take its
Yeah.
footing. But man, like, how do you feel about these other ones that are just kind of popping out left and right, like CBC? I can't even say it. CBRC
Yeah.
20 Saturn
And
rings. Like, do you feel like people are just trying to take advantage of the hype?
well, there's also BRC 100s too.
Oh yeah,
There's just like it's so everyone just wants to do their own thing. You know what I mean? Everyone wants to have their own like potentially these are kind of like their own little mini chains, right? Like these
yeah,
protocols are their own little things. So I mean, it's just kind of seeing what's best. And I think this is really good for the space because I feel like we're gonna take a little bit of each one and mesh it all together. And then at the end of it, we're gonna have this amazing monster of a chain that has the best of everything all in one. And who's gonna be the winner? No one knows. So that's why people are speculating because everyone knows what the first token of every chain does, right? It doesn't matter what the hell it is. They all seem to go above $100 million. So I think it's good for the space.
yeah, yeah. So I agree. I think what's going to happen is, if this continues and there's new ones that keep popping out every day, that a lot of the ones that don't really have solid founders will fade
Yeah,
off, and then the ones that really like, I feel like that has substance, like ordinal theory
yeah,
and atomicals, they have substance, right? There's like, you sit there and you can just think about like the rare sat meta and all the
yep,
inscription counting and all this stuff. Same thing with atomicals, like mining tokens and realms and bitmaps. Like that's substance with the
yeah.
protocol, meta protocols, right? So those are the ones that are going to win. The other ones that are just quick, oh, you can launch fungible tokens on this. I don't see any longevity for a lot of those.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And that's actually a question that kind of made myself not asking A yesterday about the rare stats on atomicals. Is that you think that's a thing?
So, I don't know how that's going to work.
Okay,
They could recognize them, but like, I don't
but
think
they're
it
not
would.
on sats though, right?
No, that's
One,
the problem,
yeah,
is
yeah,
that
yeah.
like you can't single the SAT out with
Gotcha.
that protocol. So you got to be careful, and make sure that you're not using a wallet that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
you're holding ordinals in, because, or rare sats in, because you could easily spend them using the UTXO model,
Yeah.
assets. So you got
Yep.
to be careful with that.
What we got next?
I think we're hitting up Liquidium.
Yeah,
So how do you feel? Are you so I love Robin. I think he's
love him.
amazing. I think he's great project founder. That's kind of a project founder you want, right? Someone that's
Yeah,
it dives into the community, goes on spaces, talks to everybody, networks great. But I'm just not a lending guy. Like in time, I have used like GMX to trade and stuff like
yeah.
that before. But I just for me, I probably won't use this, but maybe, hey, maybe there's a strategy I can. Maybe there's a first for everybody in terms of using it for NFTs or digital assets.
Yeah, I mean, let's just say you buy too much, right? You're all in. Yeah, you saw an opportunity that you feel that the bull market's coming, you're all in, right? And then a dip happens, right? But you're sitting there and you have your sats or your rats, right? And you're sitting there like, oh wow, like I can put my rats up and I can get Bitcoin with them, and then I can buy more rats. And then when that goes up, it doubles. I can take that double and go buy more rats. So it's a very degen strategy, but I feel like that is the definition of where we're at. So, will I do it? Probably not. Will people do it? Hell yeah.
Yeah, yeah, um, definitely. It's basically how you can leverage here, right?
That is the only way to leverage
Yeah,
here.
yeah. You have to manually do it, but
It's
hey,
possible.
if you can do it on the way up as Bitcoin reaches 100,000,
Yeah,
120,000, 150,000, boy, you can probably buy yourself a damn good steak dinner,
yeah,
eventually. I've seen it in previous bull runs, in other ecosystems, and just imagine Bitcoin's ecosystem.
yeah.
So,
And
but
you get
look, I'm probably me. I'm probably gonna try to stay a little safe because, like, I
yeah,
remember how I ended up in some previous bull runs. So,
yeah.
uh,
Would
but
would you do the other side of it? Would you lend Bitcoin for someone's BRC20s? Like, so let's just say you took a lot of profit, you're sitting on a full Bitcoin, and would somebody a lender potentially would it be like, oh, you know what, I'll put up my Sats here because I want to use leverage. Would you be on the other side of that?
um, possibly. But I would definitely be very strategic in what
Okay,
BRC20s I would do.
gotcha.
I
You'd
just
probably
wouldn't be
stick with
oh
Ordi and Sats and Trax
yeah,
maybe.
yep,
Yeah,
yep.
stuff that you wouldn't mind holding
The staples.
in the depths of
Yep,
a bear
100%.
market.
Because
Okay.
if you so anything could happen at any time, right? So if
Yeah,
you get caught holding that bag, they're not gonna pay the loan. The loan expires. There's no
you
more
get that.
loan. Yeah, you have to deal with the the assets that you have,
Yep.
right? So
Yep. All right. This is our last topic here. So today, I know we're not, a TradFi show, but I want to bring this up only because last time the S&P and Dow hit an all-time high, it was a catapult for Bitcoin. It pushed Bitcoin. If you go look it back in 2020, the S&P 500 hit the all-time high. The Dow followed, and then Bitcoin came and just murked it all the way up. It ran right by everything. And I think we're about to see the same thing happening. It looks like we're repeating the 2020 cycle a year early. So I feel like right now we're equivalent to December of 2020. And I think the next 2 weeks, you're going to see Bitcoin hit the all-time high.
ooh, man. I know you said that before. So
I'm sticking
I
to
hope
it.
yeah, I hope it does. I hope it does, man.
I was originally thinking we were going to hit 42 with a dip back to 34, but we hit 46 with a dip back to 40. So potentially I'm still right. I was just
yeah.
wrong on what level. And I still think that we're gonna manhandle the last few weeks of December, and by January 1st, we'll be sitting with the $80,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And that is
Definitely.
not financial advice. That is my crazy brain making up theories and ideas. So, but I think I'm right. I'd actually put my money where my mouth is, and I am. So,
Yep, yep, yep. Exciting. Will just be a great Christmas is all I
yeah.
would say.
This Christmas,
All
I gave you
right.
my Bitcoin.
All right. Let's jump into the market updates. We're gonna actually
Yeah.
start with the BRC 420.
Yep.
just because we're adding another marketplace because of Atomicals market. We're covering that as well now. So we're going to kind of run through this pretty quick. The BRC 420. So the blue box actually jumped back up to close to 4,000. I think it got there today. It's at 3,882. If there's another run up, like a aggressive run up, then expect to see this, in my opinion, not financial
Yeah.
advice. Probably get to like that 5,000 range in the next run up. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I think I can see these going for a full Bitcoin.
Eventually, yeah.
Only because I think, and this is just me thinking, because Jeffrey is doing the bitmaps, that potentially he could wrap the boxes, and
Yeah.
which he could give you. And I have been searching Unisat, and I found a thing that says W box, and it's minted all in one wallet, and kind of feels just like WMAP, and I'm just doing the math here. And that could potentially be the official token of Recursiverse. So you might be sitting here, oh, what does this blue box do? But you open that box, you could have potentially the fair mint free token of Recursiverse, which to me could be the most bullish thing it's in this entire market.
Yeah, yeah. That would be crazy, man. Yeah, so it's the leader, 2,700 holders, so that count is growing. This is new. Bitmap Kingdom added a silver box here. I don't know. It goes for $813. Let's see if there's any orders here. A couple sold. So yeah, so this is number 2 in terms of volume. You see number 3, Sir White Paper, that was deployed by Blakamoto himself.
Yep.
It is at $94.17. Bitmap DLC. Come on, Bitmap DLC. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's at $41.95. This guy got at the all-time high, I think it was $105. Man, it's kind of disappointed me, to be honest. I hold some of these, but we'll see what happens. There is the holder count's decent. So, it's not far off from the blue box, so we'll see what happens there.
Well, real quick with this, so Unisat's dropping their wallet. They said by the end of the month, and according to Jeffrey, Bitmap.game can be one of the apps inside that wallet. And if that happens,
App,
you're gonna be
the wallet app, right? On the
inside the
phone.
wallet app, but it could be an
Yeah.
application inside the actual application. So it might be like a little slide button, so you can, kind of like
Yeah.
what Unisat is, but you can actually play with it in there, and you could potentially build with the Bitmap DLC inside your phone. So
That's
I could be
awesome.
at work, standing in front of my machine and just building my little area. So, you know what I mean? Or I can
Yeah.
go to yours and see what you built. So I think that's when the Bitmap DLC will really start to take off.
Yeah. That's a good point. Man, that's gonna be crazy when Unisat has an actual wallet application.
They said by the end of the month.
Yeah, so we'll see. A lot of stuff's supposed to be launching at the end of the month. You got the wallet, you got TapX. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens with that.
Well, no, that's just the beta.
Oh, so the actual
It's
exchange
not.
isn't
No,
coming at the end of the month? Okay.
no.
Well, we'll see. So Bitmap Kingdom of Darkness. So it's the dark box. It's at $809. A couple sales here. Then you got Bitoshi's this thing, man. I think it's selling for about $2,000.
Wow.
So it's crazy. There's
And they're
only
not 10,000 collection, right?
no, there's only
No.
101. That's why.
Okay.
Then you have the Meta Box, 1,200. It's selling for $300. You have Citizen Zero, that's 295. 404 supply. Kingdom DLC. This is a couple I wanted to pick up. Did you
Yeah.
build with it?
I have.
Is
It's
it
pretty
pretty
cool.
cool? Is
Yeah,
it?
it's a lot more stuff. You do get the dragon with it.
Mhm.
It's not that dragon. You get like a little dragon pet, little golden pet with it.
Okay.
That's pretty cool, and it follows you around. I like the DLCs, man. I like having a lot of stuff to build with. So I'm probably gonna
Yeah.
get all the DLCs.
Then you have the dragon avatar here at $68. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. So that rounds out the top 10 there. And
Yeah,
then we're gonna go over our tokens that we always do. You can help support us by minting
that's page one. Yeah.
our avatars, which mine is on page 2. Resident Yagobi here. 138 out of
Nice.
3,333. So we got some room to go there. But hey, 28 holders. I appreciate your support there. And then you
Yeah.
have shout out to Sam with Water Nookie here as well. You can mint that. And then Shizzy has his
I'm on page 4.
here.
Yeah, I'm number 1 on page 4.
Oh, okay. So it looks like a lot of stuff's kind of moving around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Resident Shizzy right here. You can see. You can. So these are to add to the bitmap.game. And then here's my zombie Yagobi, my PFP. You can actually mint that one too. So we did a tutorial that we're going to drop tonight.
Yeah.
To be able to learn how to deploy your own asset on here. So avatar asset actually is the tutorial to be specific. But yeah, it's really fun and interesting. But that is your BRC 420 market update presented to you by Recursive Verse.
And I will jump over to Atomicals market here. Atomical market is give it a quick refresh. Okay, so we got Atom sitting at $198 million market cap, monster of a token right here. First is first. Atom was the first Atomicals token. Yeah. So and then we have Realm sitting at what's that? $12 million market cap, still very cheap. And we have AVM sitting at what's that? $4.1 million market cap, sitting at around 475 sats. Electron sitting there, $3 million market cap. Dement, this is one of my personal favorites, just because yesterday we were talking with Arthur, and he basically said that he said the word decentralized minting, and it was really cool. And that I saw Dement, and I was like, oh wow, so that's pretty cool. That's the one I like, not financial advice. I've been accumulating that a little bit. BitVM sitting there at around what's that, 500,000. And these guys get a little riskier down as we go down. Rect actually has a team behind it. Not really sure what they're building yet, but that type of stuff here. And Atomicals, Bitwork, BTC, very 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 small tokens here. Not really much, but they they could get some pickup when the Unisat happens. Jumping over to the collections area of Atomicals, we have the Toothies sitting at $834. These things are really flying. I think I purchased under 700 yesterday, so that was a pretty cool buy there. So be careful with these, or they are growing, but they are the first collection. Haven't really looked into any of these collections yet, but you do have ARCs here.
No, that's the ARC.
ARCs. Oh, okay. I got you.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's not a ton of collections on here, but I know there's more collections that are minting out. I do expect once Unisat like integrates this stuff, Magic Eden will probably pick up like Toothies or something. I mean, that's speculation, obviously, but like it
100%.
makes sense. You know what I mean?
Sure. All right, and that's your Atomicals market update.
Nice. All right, we're gonna skip over to Ordinal's wallet. This is gonna be quick and short because there isn't a ton of tokens there. You can see the Gib token here is going for 8 cents. The daily volume pulled back at 34%. The number 2 volume token is Miner, Tap Miner. So this is a pretty popular token. It's a part of the Dark City ecosystem, I believe. So you can get the token DRK, the Tap DRK token. This is going for $3.85. There's 500,000 supply here. So this has dropped. It was like $5, I think, or $4.80 or something like that. So that has dropped down. Next, you have Base token, which has definitely been selling quite a bit since it's launched on Ordinal's wallet. 1480, not a bad floor there, guys. Not a bad floor in terms of holding value, right? So, I got to commend the base pad team for keeping this value up, because it could have easily, there's another 1,000 supply token here that part of Tap Protocol that's I think at like $85, and so this has held that over $1,000 mark the entire time.
Yeah.
So
really
kudos to those guys. They're definitely working hard, trying to keep that project going. Excuse me. And then you have OrdFi, which I'm gonna get. So 8 cents, not too bad. 21 million supply. OrdFi is down though on the day in volume, 60%. And then we will hit a couple more here. So Troll, I typically don't go over any tap tokens that haven't hit the 0.1 Bitcoin mark in total volume, but this is standing out to me because it looks like the volume increased by about 200% there. And then I think that is it from the tap token. Oh no, Santi is down 70.63%. I'm guessing it's like probably 3 cents. 3 cents, yeah, 3 cents, 21 million supply. And then is there bitmap on here? You got Biddle, custom I forgot his name. He's an artist that launched this. 2 cents for Biddle. And then the last one is, I think that's the last one. So that's it. Honestly, until we get a more, I would say, organized marketplace for tap, I feel like the volume's gonna just not be too crazy.
100%. I agree. All right, and I'll jump over to Magic Eden. Give you guys what's going on in the digital artifact land. We got the Bitcoin frog sitting in that number 1 spot, and I'm always on the 7-day for this update. So 0.163. How you feeling with them frogs, man? Really got down to about 1.3, and now really battled back to almost 0.17 earlier today.
Yeah, I mean, I've always believed in them, and I felt like they were, the staple since the beginning. And so I have my frog. I'm glad I got it when I got it, and
Yeah.
I expect it to get to at least 1 Bitcoin. We'll see.
Man. We got the sub 100K. These really been in the last 7 days, the top 12 here for a while. Bitmaps today with an explosion up to 0.0027, almost up 50% on the day. Now kind of falling a little back, and that seems to kind of happen. If you're China, you got to be pissed off because you get these tokens up so high, and then we wake up and then we just dump them, and then they come in at night and they buy them. I'd be surprised not to see this up again. The Asian countries, man, really do things at nighttime, and it's pretty awesome when you wake up in the morning and you check your phone and you're like, oh wow, Bitmap's up a lot, and then throughout the day it just drops. But that's going to happen when you have such a large supply and you can only sell one by one. So that's something, because obviously, with frogs there's only 10,000, with Bitmaps you got 820,000. So that's going to happen. Sub 10K sitting at 0.00024. The cheapest one there. That's actually could potentially be a good buy. Sub 1K sitting about a half of Bitcoin. Wow, man. Imagine minting, like finding ordinals in January and minting a bunch under 1K, and now you're sitting on like potentially tens of 20s of Bitcoin. Absolutely crazy. The Femojis, the new project that came in. This is 2.0. There is the 1.0, but these are really awesome and really came in and really sitting okay. They're actually getting down to my price range here, and might actually have to take a look.
What's the price?
0.011.
Okay, so
So
I love the Femoji art. Actually,
yeah.
It's pretty.
If
awesome.
I can get this at 0.009, I probably will get one. So, we got Ordinal Maxi Biz sitting in that 7th spot. Sitting about 0.43. Jason Maxi Biz now sitting in that 8th spot, sitting at 0.00148. This got all the way up to put about 0.0027 earlier. I want to say yesterday or today. BitDog sitting at 0.005. Ordy Rocks in that 10th spot, sitting at 0.0075. Goosenals Hong Kong sitting at 0.0264. Then we got the Cursed Collection. The cheapest one is 0.002. Jubilee is in a few weeks, and that will stop Curse forever. And that is your Magic Eden top 12 market update.
Nice. All right, we're gonna finish the night off with what has been the most hype market in the entire ordinal space, and that is the BRC20 space. And just to kind of give some news here, so number one obviously is Sats. It's up 9.37%. Sats has officially overtaken the market cap of Ordi. Sats is at $1.26 billion.
Wow.
And Ordi is at $1.14 billion. And so congrats to Sats and the Sat holders. two staples, two monsters in the BRC20 space, right?
Yeah.
This is amazing to have this happen. $2 billion market cap tokens. So number 2 is obviously Ordi, up 6.67%. Ghosty comes in at number 3, hot. It's up 11.68%. This is a volume in the past 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's at 53 cents, guys.
Damn.
Ghosty is actually, I remember, so Ghosty did over 300K in volume today. And so it's starting to pick up, and they make money off their fees. So they're actually starting to look like a pretty solid play, not financial advice. But, you know, I'm so glad I held on to my Ghosty, and I will hold until I feel like they're going to be one of the projects that flow into the bull market.
For sure.
It took them forever to get to 300,000 total volume that they processed, and then they do it now in one day. So to me, and it's bringing more liquidity from other chains into Bitcoin.
100%. Yep.
So, BMYX, new. I haven't seen this. This is newer. It's up 44.93%. Turk down for what is up 32.31%. Track is down 6.18%. So it looks like Track is a little bit losing a little bit of attention here, but it actually pulled up a little bit. So I don't know.
It's got down to about $3 yesterday.
Yeah,
and then on the Sats news went all the way back up to almost $5. So you could, I mean, if Track gets listed, you could see this take off as well.
100%. And guys, if you're wondering, like, if liquidity is really coming into BRC20 space, just think about this. Sats was $500-600 million market cap a couple days ago. It's 1.2 billion now. Rats, which we're about to go over, is up 42.86%, and we're sitting at $200 million market cap for Rats. I mean, that is just mind blowing, and no one's even really talking about it on a mainstream level. You know, and that's crazy. So then you have Domo, which is Domo jumped up. It's up 51 cents. Jeez. Wow. So that my market cap update tomorrow morning is going to look interesting. So this is Domo is up 157% in terms of volume. You got .com, which is also crushing it. It's at $1.06. Wow, man, I should have got into that.
Oh man.
Oh gosh.
Flying up.
Yeah. So then Etch is a newer one, or like got back into, you know, the mix of conversation, up 189.96%. Roll Up is up 9.33%. Mice is up 58.06%, and it's sitting at 1 penny. It didn't move for a while, and now it's moving. Farm is an interesting one. You know, people are
this morning.
Yeah. So people are looking at it as like the farm token where all the animal tokens get together, right? So it's kind of carrying that narrative. Oshi, man, I don't know who's pumping Oshi, but it's at $1,000, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know who's pumping it. Somebody's
I'm bearish on Oshi. Oshi to 0.
Yeah. So BTCS up 100%. This also is up almost to $1. Goodness gracious, BTCS, dude, everything is pumping like crazy here in the last couple hours.
Bro. Yeah.
Evolve is down 13%, but let's see
it
where
had
it's
an
at.
insane day yesterday, though.
Yeah, it had an insane day yesterday. I know Chris is doing big things with Bitmap Valley and this token and his part.
Real quick with this, so the Evolve token, you know, Chris put it out. It's part of IMSO, but he did not mint any of it, which is it's pretty crazy. You know, he put it out, but he's going to be doing the tap to you know, BRC20 potential swaps, potentially to, you know, the SLPs or whatever. So that's pretty cool. But I would say too, if you know, if you are holding this token and you're bullish on Chris, potentially you might want to do the pre-orders for the avatars that he's creating over there as well. You know, I know that's like probably the only other way to invest in them. So
the champions, right?
Yeah, the champions. So definitely, if you're so if you're looking into that, you might want to get over there and get that pre-order done as well. If you made a bunch of money in Evolve, because and you want to support Chris and everything he's doing. And it's something I heard him talking about last night in Tap, and I was like, you know, it's something that I definitely want to encourage, because if Chris succeeds, if Bitmap Valley succeeds, we all succeed too. So, and we don't have any skin in that game, but it's just something that I feel is right to talk about. So
yeah, well, I mean, he's a builder that shows up each and every day.
He works his ass off.
And he shows up in the spaces, and the avatar is dope. I mean, it's a 3D avatar that I believe you can use in Bitmap Valley. Right. So check it out. Check it out for sure. Cats is up 165%. Goodness, Cats is up too. Everything is up. Maxi is up 28%. Wow, it's at 51 cents. Jeez, Traverse is down 96%. Come on,
No, that's not
Traverse.
right. That's
Yeah,
up.
it is. Well, it's about even. It's
Yeah.
about even. But still not too bad. MMSS 43 cents.
Yeah.
Come on,
Climbing a little
MMSS.
bit there.
Let's pick it up, MMSS. Pepe is down 1.82%, 22 cents. Would
Yeah.
expect this to be a little bit higher. Pizza is up 50.15%,
Yeah.
56 cents. And then Ein
Yeah.
is up 542%. And that tops us out at the top 23 for the BRC 20 market update. Let's check
Check
some of
on 5. Yeah, there you go.
yeah, that's what I was about to check. On fi here. Okay, this is kind of
Moving.
here.
Yeah.
Moving here with a little bit of a thin wall, right? You got 0.0013. So this is a bridge token, I believe.
Yeah.
Lending protocol, maybe? Bridge
Yeah.
and lending, I'm not sure. But they have supposedly going to have their test net out. They launched their website a couple days ago.
Yep.
Any others that
Honk.
I missed? Oh, Honk. Yeah, let's check Honk real quick. Honk is at 0.39.
Man,
So
good day.
at least the wall's getting thinner,
Yeah.
for Honk, you can see here. So we'll see what happens with Honk. It's the third most liquid token.
And Block is so bullish on his token. This guy tweets about it 9 times a day. So
yeah. So
before we end it, I do want to talk about one thing real quick. So our friends over at Rider, they launched their first Bitcoin ordinal and crypto. They have other chains on there as well this month. No more seed phrases and completely offline recovery system. If you're interested, securing a 30% discount, I'll have the link in the description. We want to support these guys. This is not a paid shill. We're not getting nothing for this, but I want one of these wallets. I want this to go really well. So these wallets are made properly, securely, and they have the proper funding that they need. So if you want to pre-order this to help this along, that is up to you. It's not financial advice. I'm a huge fan of what they're building over there at Rider, and I want to bring that to your attention. If you're interested, go ahead. If you're not, then just pretend I never said it. But yeah, so I definitely want to wish Rider the most success we possibly can, because this is really cool. I'm getting a lot of ordinals right now, a lot of ERC20s that I would love to put in a hardware wallet. So
yeah, one that's like
that
really, really convenient and small and stuff like that, instead of the clunky ledgers and stuff like that. So yeah.
So look for that in the link below. Click on that, and that'll take you right to their page to pre-order. So
awesome. Well, man, that wraps it up for the BRC20 market update. I think we covered everything.
Yeah, pretty quickly too. I mean, if we went too fast, we apologize. But today we shot 2 tutorials, a member video, and this video.
This is as CZ says, this was our 4th recording today.
So if we didn't do a good job, we apologize. We'll try better on Sunday with our weekend update. Tune in tomorrow. We will be going live at around 9 p.m. Does that work for you?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be going live around 9 p.m. tomorrow. We'll have that link probably up so you guys can see it on our YouTube channel. So you guys get ready for that. We are having many giveaways tomorrow, so tune in for that. Last time we gave away fun. It was so much fun. We're gonna be talking about bring your questions, bring anything you guys have to that. We'll answer them live. Nothing on Friday, and then on Saturday we have our spaces 8 a.m. to 11 a.m. Last week was absolutely amazing, and the week before that was crazy. So check that out. And then Sunday we'll have a weekend update, and we do have Shaman on. If you know Shaman from the base community, he's going to be giving us some TA on Sunday, and he's going to tell me that I'm right, and Bitcoin's going to 80K. So that should be fun.
Nice. Excited.
So yeah, man. So guys, if you cannot watch, you can definitely listen. We're on Apple, we're on Spotify, we're on all streaming platforms as of right now. And we appreciate you guys. And think about joining our member program. We put out member videos a few times a week. That isn't always an option. That's just kind of telling you what we're doing on our personal portfolios and a little bit of alpha. Not really anything crazy over there. That's just another way to support the show. And that's it.
Yep.
See you guys.
Peace.